Moment, but first, the dry spell we had been suffering through last week is now officially over. Now the rain doesn't seem to want to let off. Let's check in with Mike Graham to find out when the wet stuff might slack off a bit. Mike, how about it?
It does not look like it's going to happen in the next 24 hours. As a matter of fact, the National Weather Service has extended the flash flood watch for all of Louisiana through tonight. Color computer radar from the National Weather Service shows where the rain is.
We have decided that it's necessary to ask the court.
Project is reaching out to find those needing help because of Alzheimer's disease. We'll be back.
Well, I'm a part-time employee at...
As you have probably gathered by now, John Mahaffey is off today. We'll have a report, however, that he prepared shortly. But first, today's developments in the world of medicine.
And British researchers are making some progress in their efforts to find ways to help the body's own immune system fight off cancer. The research was done on mice that had developed cancer. The scientists transferred bacteria from cancer cells of mice and altered them with a new gene. The cancer stopped in its own tracks. However, the cancer cells that were not altered grew rapidly. Researchers say the altered gene was more detectable by the mice's own immune system. It confirms the belief by many scientists that the body's own immune system will have to play a major role in fighting off cancer. Scientists think they may be on the verge of identifying people.
And kept us out of the way. But
right.
These days, many kids are finding themselves in the kitchen because mom's not home. And on today's Family Issues Report, I take you to Ochsner's Cooking School for Kids. The name of the course is called Sticky Fingers, and so the first thing dietitians Lori Piazza and Kathleen Alley have their students do is wash their fingers. It's important to have clean hands in the kitchen. And then this group of 6 to 9-year-olds gets a chance to start cooking. While some slice and dice fruits for a special salad, the others conquer kitchen appliances, like the food processor with its safety feature.
You can't press it down unless it's already connected. So see, wait. Okay, now push it. Okay, what else do you think you should do with this? Think you should hold it on the top here? Okay.
The gadgets bring giggles, but these kids are getting good information. What did you learn about the stove?
Don't touch the burner.
Mm-hmm.
And to use a pot holder when you want to hold it, if it doesn't have those little safety things.
We feel that this is a good time in life to start teaching these things. Also, with the dual income, mother on the run, dad on the run, that if children can either measure out dry ingredients before a recipe or you warm up something before in the evening, that will help people to eat better at home.
And while they teach these kids safety rules, they also teach them the value of including starches and fruits and vegetables in their diets. As a matter of fact, today's lunch menu included macaroni and cheese and fruit salad.
Stir it. How's that? Because we want to mix this up.
Ochsner is offering 3 more Sticky Fingers sessions. Some of the sessions are filled, but if you'd like information, you need to call the Ochsner Clinic of Baton Rouge and Margaret. They give this. And I looked through this. I think you and I could handle some of the recipes in this book. Yes, I think we could handle these.
That's a great story. Great idea for kids.
Thanks.
Let's remember that. Thanks, Annie.
Black pots.
No, from Cajun cookouts to kiddie cookouts.
Cooking with kids.
I'm Anna.
I'm Anna Roberts.
With Julie O'Neill.
With Julie O'Neill. We'll have that story coming up.
There you go.
More self-sufficient.
Yeah, that means learning how to cook, as Julie O'Neill explains.
Okay, why doesn't everybody pull off a banana from here and pass it on to the next person?
They say it's the first step toward getting kids to eat fruit. Show them how to slice it up.
The far end. There you go.
Organizers hope Ochsner's beginning kitchen course for kids will not only teach them healthy eating habits, but also the seriousness of safety.
When you're cutting a carrot, you always have to hold it by the far end and start cutting in the front, because you could cut yourself if you're cutting too close to your hand.
That's a basic rule, but it gets more complicated for the 90s generation. They'll need a quick course in microwaves and an idea of when it's hot and when it's not.
See the difference between these two? This one's metal, this one you can touch.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to ask the parents if you can touch it or not. Don't just go and touch it because you'll burn yourself.
Wait, we can't have licking of the fingers.
And in the end, there's for everyone a sense of accomplishment.
Macaroni and cheese are having fun.
So what are you going to tell your mom when you go home?
I learned a lot of things and I'm going to be able to help you now.
Jessica.
Julie O'Neill, WAFB News.
Oxner hopes to have that program again next year if the response is good.
That's our 5 o'clock report. Thanks for joining us.
See you tomorrow.